Hey everyone, Mike Grimm here from the Levin Kong team at Keller Williams at Tribeca. Today we got something special, some interesting information for you about the current trends in the New York City market and where the attention is really being focused at the moment. Highlighting some areas that you might want to keep an eye on this year based on a few key performance indicators that we've been tracking here. These are including annual change in median asking rent, annual change in median sales price, annual change in user searches within a given neighborhood, and the number of new constructions and building permits in the neighborhood as well. So here's a list of the top 10 neighborhoods to keep an eye on in 2020. Coming in at number 10 is Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Located smack in the middle of the borough, just between Bed-Stuy and Flatbush, and bordering Prospect Park on the eastern side of the park. Easy access to the A, C, 3, and 4 trains and LIRR make transportation to and from Manhattan seamless. And this whole ease of transportation thing is going to be a common factor in a lot of the following neighborhoods as well, which only makes sense. So, Crown Heights, we have a median rent of just about $2,500, which is a 4% increase from last year, which is pretty standard. However, the median sales price is about $1,072,000, which is only a 2% increase from last year. But the real potential from this neighborhood comes from the 12 new constructions over the past year and 21% increase in user searches for the neighborhood, which could be foreshadowing some really heavy activity in the area this year. At number 9, we have Little Italy, in the heart of downtown Manhattan and bordered by Chinatown and Soho to the west, home of some really great Italian food depending on where you go, of course. Little Italy was never really known for its booming real estate trends, but these numbers from the past year might surprise you. The median rent over the past year was just about $3,300, which is a 10% annual increase, much bigger than the average dump that you'll see. But check this. The median sales price over the past year was $2,995,000, which is a staggering 66% increase from the previous year. Now, although there haven't been many constructions over the past year here, there has been a 24% user increase in searches. These numbers may point to an interesting amount of attention in the neighborhood. Number 8, we have Glendale, Queens. Yeah, where? That's right. Not to insult anybody that lives there, but honestly I had to Google search where that one was. And turns out it's actually right on the border of Brooklyn and Queens, just east of Bushwick, with Highland Park and Forest Park on the southern border of Glendale. It adds a nice element of greenery to the city living. Median rent is on the lower end at just about $2,125, which is a 6% annual increase. Median sales price is at about $829,000, which is a 5% annual increase, but there's only been one new construction there in the past year. But the user searches in this neighborhood have increased nearly 50% over the past 12 months. Now, it's hard to say where that interest is coming from, but numbers like that have to be onto something, right? At number 7, Prospect Lefferts Gardens, just west of Crown Heights and also bordering Prospect Park on the northeast side of the park. This is another potential upcoming neighborhood. The median rent is at $2,350 for a 4% increase annually, and the median sales price of $1.297 million for a 13% annual increase. We have had 9 new constructions there in the past 12 months and increase in user searches by 23%. All signs that it's looking good for this neighborhood. Now, number 6 comes East Flatbush, Brooklyn. Now, there's been a lot of speculation and data that would heavily suggest a push towards gentrification in this area, so this is definitely one to keep an eye out for. Now, we've had a median rent of only $2,115, which is only a 1% increase year over year, but we've also had a median sales price of $645,000, which is an 8% increase since last year. But this is what to look out for. There have been 18 new constructions and an even greater number of new building permits approved over the past year, with an increase in user searches by 58%. Now, I'm not going to say go run and buy here right this second, but definitely do not sleep on this neighborhood. Number 5, one that nobody would expect, Highbridge in the Bronx. This is the area right between Yankee Stadium and the river, and goes up north a little bit. Not exactly an area that you would expect to be on this list again, but definitely worth giving some attention to. We have a median rent of $18.50, up 3% since last year. A median sales price of only $180,000, which is up 8% since last year. A 55% increase in user searches and 7 new constructions here in the neighborhood. Keep an eye open and an open mind with this one, because as history in the city shows, sometimes it's the neighborhoods that you least expect that people end up cashing out on. Number 4, we have Midwood, Brooklyn, kind of in the middle of Brooklyn, south of Flatbush. We have another random neighborhood making a lot of waves right now. Lots of transportation here, easy access to the B, Q, F, 2, and 5 trains, making transportation very simple. Median rent is at $18.95, a 6% annual increase. Median sales price is $758,999 for a 3% increase. We have an increase in search volume of 28% with another 18 new constructions over the past year. This is a hot neighborhood and fairly low barrier to entry at the moment, so definitely something to keep your eye on. Number 3, Jamaica, Queens. Again, not a neighborhood you would really expect a ton of growth in, but the numbers are there. It has great transportation. I could definitely see it. We have a median rent of $21.70, which is a 5% increase year over year. Median sales price of $649,000 for a 10% yearly increase. 9 new constructions this past year with an increase in search volume of just about 45%. I'd say the numbers are looking pretty good here. Moving on, coming in at number 2, we have Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. This one's been up and coming for some time now, but just keeps continuing to grow, and we're not complaining about it. Median rent of $3,000, up 10% in the past year. Median sales price $980,000, up 9% over the past year. 21% increase in search volume and 13 new constructions. This is just one of those neighborhoods that is going up and shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. And I'll take it. So, number 1, it's no surprise that the number 1 neighborhood to watch in 2020 is Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Although there was a bit of controversy surrounding the whole potential shutdown of the L train last year, that's all been resolved, and the neighborhood was not very slow to bounce back. With a median rent of $3,200 for an increase of 7% year over year, a median sales price of $1.317 million, up 2% year over year, it's hard to imagine what would stop the growth of a neighborhood like this. And that's not to mention the increase in search volume of 48%, with 41 new constructions, including a few monsters like 420 Kent and 1 South First. I believe Williamsburg, as well as others mentioned on this list, are primed for a very successful 2020. So that about wraps it up. I hope you found value in this video. If you enjoyed it that much, feel free to share with your friends, leave a comment, a like. I appreciate all feedback. And again, if you or anyone you know is interested in buying, selling, investing, renting, or anything at all, please don't deny yourself the opportunity to work with a team like ours. We're a top 1% team in the most difficult real estate market in the country, possibly in the world. And we are very good at what we do. So with all that said, thank you all and have a beautiful day.